Hallo iedereen, and welcome to yet another dumb meme build that I spent an extreme amount of money on just for the sake of this video that will get a maximum of perhaps 1,000 views. This is my Dex and Projectile stacking Cobra Lash Raider, and boy oh boy oh boy is this character not good for its current investment. Now, when I saw this league that they were adding tattoos that gives one extra projectile, I wanted to see if I could bring out my old deck stacking Cobra Lash Raider because it is an old favorite build of mine due to the MTX of Cobra Lash, but I also figured I could put on my all-time favorite skill, Spectral Throw, and just fill my screen with projectiles. Now, as most of my regular viewers know by now, I'm a big fan of shrines, and this video basically shows why, as you can see. Speed shrines with the right skill can just be a ton of fun. So I spent about 60 div for this character, and it can obviously do juiced maps and some endgame bosses, but it doesn't really get further than that. And not only that, but this is a half-assed dex stacking character, which even removes dexterity by using tattoos on my dex nodes. So yeah, it gets even worse, right? It's pretty bad. But hey, it was a fun build, and I mean, look at the footage we got, right? Like, look at this shit, it's going crazy. So yeah, it was worth it in the end. Now, for those of you who want to see the gear, skill tree and gems and how all this works, we will quickly go over that now, and as always, the path to building is in the description. So now when it comes to the gear, this is basically what it looks like, and as I said earlier, it is a dex stacking character, so we obviously have a dex stacking weapon. Now this dex stacking weapon isn't even that good because it's only 1 to 4 cold damage with attacks per 10 dexterity, and you want 2 to 4 cold damage. But I didn't really invest that much into the weapon, and I didn't really invest that much into the gear because I knew the character was going to be bad and it's basically just a meme. Where all the real money lies is in these tattoos, right? These tattoos are very expensive. We have, how many of them do we have? 5 in total. And then we're also using this Warrior's Tail as well. But yeah, so yeah, we have a dex stacking claw here with just, you know, crit, attack speed, weapon penetration, and then obviously the damage per dexterity and stuff like that. Then I have attack speed, damage with hits against chilled enemies, you know, on the gloves. We're using Fractal Thoughts because it is a dex stacking build and Fractal Thoughts work perfectly for that. Cobra Lash chains 3 additional times because of how divergent Cobra Lash works. And then boots, dexterity, life, resists. Life, resist, dexterity, non-channeling skills have total mana cost on the ring here. And then just like dexterity, life, resist damage on this one. Astramentis, dexterity, life, resists, chance to avoid elemental ailments on the shield because we have Avatar of the Veil as well, so we have chance to avoid elemental ailments while facing. And then we have thick skin, so we have like 100% chance to avoid elemental ailments and stuff like that, you know. And we have a bunch of dexterity and stuff like that, you know. And then, yeah, belt, dexterity, life, resists, and flask applied to you. Just a nice belt I managed to craft myself by spamming dex essences. And then the armor is 9% increased dexterity, and then attacks have critical strike chance. That's basically it. Bold Faith for some boss damage, you know, when actually I'm mapping or doing bosses, stuff like that. Colossal Jewel with Fan of Blades for an additional projectile. And then follow through, which is very important if you're doing like Cobra Lash for damage with this like chain thing. We're going to go into that more later. And I'm even missing a skill point because I'm level 95. I need level 96 to get Repeater here. A Watcher's Eye with more cold damage while affected by hatred and chance to suppress spell damage while affected by grace. And yeah, then just like some whatever jewels, you know, like just some damage stuff. Inspired Learning for mapping because I love it. And then, of course, we have the Warrior's Tail in this position right here, due to the fact that 100% increased effect of tattoos in radios. And we have a Tattoo Doramako Makanga right here. This gives us 1 additional projectile, but thanks to this jewel, it gives us 2. And then we have the other one here as well for another one. Now, I've also used another tattoo on this a keystone right here in order to gain Eldritch Battery. Now, I didn't really care about Eldritch Battery. I just wanted anything that didn't really screw over the build, and this is what I managed to get in like 2 or 3 tries with the tattoos that like changed the keystone. So yeah, that's just because of that. It's not like I want Eldritch Battery, it doesn't really matter, but that's what I ended up getting with that, and it doesn't like screw over the build altogether. And yeah, like I said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those tattoos that gives you another projectile in total, and this one makes it a much higher value, and that's basically the gear. Now, as you can obviously see here, this is how the skill tree looks like. We get dex nodes, and you know, we get all the general stuff that you usually get on a build like this. Like, we're playing claws, we get this. We have elusives, we have that and this one, and we're doing what is it called now again? Where's this? All right, here. We're doing Sniper's Mark, so we have like Mark of the Prey and just stuff like that. You know, nothing really crazy, nothing special here. Pretty common. And for gems, Divergent Cobra Lash, elemental damage with attacks, Nightblade, Awaken added cold damage. This is supposed to be Awaken cold penetration, but I didn't bother getting that either. And then Inspiration, Sniper's Mark, Mark on Hit, Enhance, Life Tap, Blood Rage, Life Tap, Steel Skin, Fast Attacks, Berserk, Whirling Blades. I have Berserk because on the gloves I have the gain 1 rage on hit with attacks no more than once every 1.1 seconds with the Exarch modifier, you know. That's why we have Berserk for that as well. And in the boots, Herald of Ice, Hatred, Grace, those are my auras. In the helmet, Ancestral Protector, multiple totems, Ancestral War Chief, and Calling Strike. And that is basically it. There's not really much to this character. I've done characters like this in the past, and those videos are still up, and they're somewhat the same if you want to build this kind of a character nowadays, you know. But yeah, obviously this character can do like juice mapping and some endgame stuff, but it's still not really that good. And also, like, if you really want damage, you want to use Awaken added cold pen instead of having like greater multiple projectiles. And I was even supposed to get Awakened GMP, so I could have 15 projectiles, because right now with GMP I only have 14 projectiles. As you can see here, it fires 14 projectiles. But I could have had 15 if I actually kept farming money and bought Awakened GMP, but I didn't feel like doing that either, because literally I did this whole thing just for this video. So I spent a ton of time leveling this character, gearing him up, and all this shit just to make a 10-minute video that's gonna get 1,000 views. So that's where we're gonna end it, and I'll see you later. Peace out, have a good day. I'm out, you know, I'll talk to you guys at some other point in time. I don't know what's going on right now. I was supposed to click stop recording, but I can't bring myself to stop recording. Why don't I click stop recording? What is happening right now? I've been talking for 6 minutes, 30 minutes straight about the gear and the skill tree and the gems of a completely useless character that I spent 60 div on, that I'm not going to get back. And I can't stop recording. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I'll tell you what. If you made it this far, write tomato jam in the comments, okay? Tomato jam. And then I will write a secret message back to you that you have to decode. And if you manage to decode that message and write back to me, you will have a chance of winning $1,000 the next time that you enter some form of lottery where you can win $1,000. Not through me, but like, you know, like, basically I'm like gonna hope that you do it, because like I can't make that happen, but I'm gonna like be there in spirits. This is getting kind of weird. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Have a good day, and I'll see you around.